Hello, hello, hello. Hi, ladies. How are you doing tonight? I hope you can hear me okay. Thank you for being here. If you weren't here last time, um, hi, I'm Stephanie, or if you're new here, my name is Stephanie, and I am the Roland Studio. And I do all kinds of videos and things, so um, appreciate you guys being here. And last time we were live, we were working on a Ditty Box, and I explained what a Ditty Box was. And let me pull up my chat. Oh, there y'all are. Hi, Deanna. Hi, Penny. Shannon, yay, you made it here, sister. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. And whoever hasn't come in and said hello, thank you for being here. I just got done driving, and I happened to see Kateri and Maddie and them on their live, and they looked like they were working on some mixed media, and so I'll probably have to go back and look at what they've done, but it looked to me like some mixed media there. Hi, Liz. Hi, Susan. Thank you, ladies, for being here. But they were so nice to, hey, brother. My brother's here. Y'all welcome my brother, Jerry. I have now made him a moderator for the channel as well. So, meet my brother. I'm still waiting for my other phone to show that I'm live so I can read the chat if I miss it here. I'll have a backup. Just give me 1 second here. And there we are. I can see it now. Okay. Turn myself down so I don't hear myself. I work with all kinds of mediums. I'm no professional. I just love to play, and I love to create, and I love to be out of the box. Hey, Kateri made it. Glad you did, sweetie. I know it's late. Hi, Yvonne. Thank y'all so much for being here. And live on the fly, that's me. I drive, and if I get a chance, I'll jump on here and say hello when I can. So, hello. Didn't really have too much in mind to do, but we were working on this Ditty Box last time. And what a Ditty Box is, if you've watched or followed me at all, I've been working on some what's called a scrimshaw. And scrimshaw is an old art that sailors, whalers, I should say, used to take and make things in memories of their loved ones at home while they were out on the ships for 4 months or more. And these were my faux pieces. I made some faux whale tooth. And this is what's called scrimshaw. You basically draw and etch into a whale's tooth, a marine bone. These days, of course, you can't get ivory in marine bone legally. I think you can use things like piano keys or things like that. I don't have any of that, so I made my own with polymer clay and paper clay. As you can see here, this was a mistake. But just so that you know, I didn't let the paper clay dry before I put my polymer clay over. So yeah, I busted in the oven. So yay me. It's okay. It was a learned lesson. This one, on the other hand, came out beautifully, and I love it. So what you do is you take a needle of some sort and you etch into the source, and then you use a permanent ink. I use India ink, which is what they used to use, as well as soot and charcoal. So you etch it in there, you put the ink in, and then you wipe it away. And in my case, since it's polymer clay, I had to sand it away a little bit, but I put a coating over it, and it was beautiful. So it worked out. I also made some faux bone jewelry pieces. These were just leftover clay, and I didn't want to waste them, so I did a little cheat scrimshaw here with some Swarovski components and crystals. And I got those pieces from my friend Nancy from Always Adorned on YouTube. She is a D-Stash channel. Check her out. And this was just some of the stuff that I plan to work with on this Ditty Box. And the Ditty Box, like I said, there's some moss in here. I've I was throwing stuff in here that I might use, some rope, some shells, and my little pieces that I worked on got broken, so I'll either make a new one or I'll just clean this up and you'll never know the difference. So that's my little mermaid's tail or fish tail that's going on the Ditty Box. You're so funny, Deanna. And this was a piece of paper clay that I used some mica powders on to get this effect of a metallic look, you know, because fish and all that, they have that shimmer and shine. So that's what we did last time. And with that, I also had these little bubbles that I picked up. Aren't they so super cute? I love these. You can get those from the Dress It Up company. And I got these at Hobby Lobby, so you can find them there. I will be eventually working on the inside, but for the outside, this box was just a blonde colored wood, and we used Dollar Tree furniture markers and got this effect here. And I was going to start aging it, but I have not worked back on it, so I still need to work on that. But this is what we did last time. We basically created a little ocean scene, if you can see that. And I did put a glaze to protect that paper clay. Now that paper clay was malleable. This one has dried hard now, so I may have to create a new one. But since I'm planning on not working on this part tonight, that's okay. I can make another one, because see how it's warped. It's not going to go on there properly unless I can maneuver. I might still be able to maneuver it. Yeah, maybe I can. The paper clay is a little bit forgiving when it's dry. It actually can and will be a little bit malleable, but you got to be real careful because it can just break. So I could probably get away with that with some Aleene's tacky glue. Thank y'all, ladies. Thank you so much. Hi, Fairy Tales Craft Cards and Craft. Thank you. I appreciate it and welcome. I don't know if you go by a different name or if you just want me to call you Fairy Tale. You love ocean crafts? Cool deal. Stay off the hinge area. Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, you're definitely right, because now it's too wet to cut. Thank you, Susan. Last time I forgot, and I ended up having to cut through it, but it worked out really great. The caught me on it, so I had to say, oh yeah, I forgot. So I was really happy they caught me from doing that mistake without cutting it first. I think tonight, I kind of want to work on this part of it, but I was also wanting to show a different technique, but I may leave that for a video because when I'm live, it's going to be too hard to draw because I won't be focusing. I'll be focusing on the chat and you guys. So I'm probably, I can't even talk. I was thinking about showing y'all a scrimshaw technique that even if you don't work with clay or if you don't work with Angela, there you are, honey. Thank you for being here. Hello. That's my other self right there. My midnight Medea. But if you don't want to work with clay and you don't want to work with paper clay or an etch inside of something like this, I have a new technique for you guys and I think you'll love it. And so I guess maybe, hey Spectrum Art is Maddie, Kateri, and all you ladies, y'all might know each other. If you don't, check each other out. Y'all are all awesome and I appreciate you all being here and supporting each other. But if you don't want to do, I'm kind of leery about doing this technique only because, you know what, let's do it. Do y'all want to do that or do y'all want me to do with clay? Because I could do either. New tech clay. Oh, Kateri, thank you. I don't know if there's a lag, so I'm waiting. Do what you want. Well, I just never know. I always just jump into something, so I don't ever know. New technique. Okay. All right. We'll do that. Now, I have never worked with Yupo paper. I don't know if you have, but I never have. But from this medium, I actually did see a video, and it blew me away because I was already working on Scrimshaw. And I will have to go back and find this video and try to come back and link it into the thank you. Walmart, $5. I'm just saying, I do not spend a lot of money on my nails. Life taught me to be frugal, so there it is. Anyways, there is a video about scrimshawing on paper, Yupo paper, and I thought, well, now that's not scrimshawing, but really, it's an awesome way for people to be able to enjoy scrimshaw that can't do, or, you know, feel, you know, nervous or whatever to jump into something like this. And I think it would be awesome for you guys to try. And if you can't draw, don't worry. I'm going to show you a real simple technique to help you out with that too. So bear with me. Oh, and drop the camera. Good job. Did y'all see my pajamas? I'm one to usually draw out my scenes. I've only seen it with inks. Yep, that's what they're generally used with, but we're going to do something different. I generally draw out my own scenes, but I like to do that in my own privacy, my own time, and my own mind, because that's just something, you know, I can't draw. Well, that's okay, Angela, because you don't have to draw for what I'm fixing to show you. You really don't. This is going to be fun. The first thing that I'm going to do is cheat. And I'm going to cheat with this book that my mom gave me years ago, and I just fell in love with it. And this is exactly the way scrimshaw looks. It's done with lines, cross hatches, stippling, and shading in those realms. So I want to go through here and see. I want to do something simple, something that we can just knock it out with. It's Yupo, and that's Y-U-P-O. Yeah, Yupo. Hey, if I say it, believe me, it's in the Stefanik's book of Stephanie's, so it's accurate, promise. Yes, I have my own language. Misty, hi, sweetie. It is Yupo, but I say, listen, if once you know me, you'll know that I kind of make up my own stuff. I make up my own stuff all the time. I really do. So let's see. Find something simple to do a faux scrimshaw. Normally, like I said, I would draw, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna show you how to cheat if you can't draw, and that's what this technique is all about. It's just for you. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's go in the end. Let's see if there's a shell, or do y'all want to do? It is an awesome book. My mom, I don't know how long ago she got this, but this is a 1419 copyright free illustrated book. So, hey, we're not breaking any rules here. We got monkeys, birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish, insects, and other invertebrates. Let's see. Y'all have some ideas? Now, I didn't see what Misty said. Hey, everyone in chat. I seen you was live and thought I would stop in before I went to bed. Well, I'm glad you did, Misty. And I know I call it Yupo. I do. I change everything. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I missed anything that I need to know. Alright, well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we could do a starfish. You can't want to. Of course you're playing with Tim Holtz. Ooh, we can do a shell. Like, look at these shells, y'all. Check those out. And these are perfect Scrimshaw pieces. I mean, perfect. I don't know if you can see it, but Scrimshaw, like I said, is like lines and cross hatchings and things like that. So, let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to stick with, and I want to keep it simple for tonight. How about, I kind of like this one. Let's see, the 13, there's a name, I know what that is, I just can't think. Sand dollar, duh. I told you, my brain is just on hold. This one here is a sand dollar. Y'all, the clamshell? Okay, I'll let y'all choose. Let's see. Oh, you're from Finland? I do believe people call it the Yupo paper. I believe that is exactly how it is pronounced. I just happen to always change stuff. I'm weird like that. Hi, Linda. Y'all want the clam. Okay. This one here. Do I know what a clam is? Let's see. 1371. This shows it. It's a... Oh, this one's called a shell of a species of edible scallop. I don't know why it's not called just a clam. But that's what this says on the bottom of the book. These have little numbers by them. I don't know if y'all can see that. These have little numbers by the pictures. And on the other side of the book, on the upside down, it tells you what it is. So that's pretty cool. Amen, sister. Potatoes, potatoes. Tomato, tomato. Okay, so this is the one y'all want, because there's other ones too, so I want to make sure y'all look and see. This is going to go on my Ditty Box, so this is all foreign sister. I know, right, Jerry? Aw. Okay, going to bed. I'm seeing 8 of Steph. Oh, no. I love you, too, and you have a good night. I miss your face too, Misty. Aw. I miss everybody. But I'm glad y'all are here. Thank you for popping in, Misty. Get some rest. Give the little dude and Bub hugs for me. I miss them. Okay, well, I guess we're doing this one, right? Is this the one we're going for? Okay, we're going to do that one. So, it's going to be a little bit difficult because this is at the bottom of the book. Since, oops, I got to adjust. I'm going to do this right here. We're going to get, I was going to do, let's see. We're going to do first a piece of tracing paper. That will be the first thing. So get a piece of tracing paper for your scrim. That's 2 pieces there. So let me just pull a piece out here. This is just from Walmart, I think. I think it's where I got this little book of tracing paper. It's a 9 by 12. I don't need such a large piece. So I will cut it because I don't need a big piece. So let me just fold that in half. I get into a lot of things. I mean, if you've ever followed me, I think I've been on YouTube 3 years now, and I do it for fun. I've always done it for fun. My grandfather, whom I've never met, is an artist in San Antonio, and didn't know a whole lot about him, but found out a whole bunch about him recently, and it's quite interesting. He's an interesting man. Hate that he was never really in our lives, but it is what it is. So I am going to cut that so we don't have a big old piece of paper in our way. So if you can take a piece of tracing paper and a pencil, you can do this. Wait, do I even need to do it this way? I don't need to do it this way. You know what? I'm lying to you. I'm lying to you. I'm lying to you. This is why I did that last time. I did the tracing paper technique on my last video. So X the tracing paper. See? What we need is the yupo. See, I'm just going to say what I end up saying. I think I need the tracing paper. See, I'm starting to lose myself here. Okay, hold on a second. Let me think about this. I'm trying to get something else out. Hold on a second. Go. This is what I'm looking for. I think I do want the tracing paper. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have gone live. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, use the tracing paper, please. I'm just losing my mind here, you guys. I apologize. I think I'm going to blame it on the weather. Yeah, the weather's getting to me. I'm just going to use a graphite pencil for now. I am going to do a basic trace. Let me see if I can move my camera over so I don't knock it off and still be in frame. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, Misty, we can do that. I mean, anytime, girl, during the day is usually a pretty good time. Just text me and let me know. Okay, so what we're going to do here, and I think I'm just going with it because I know I want to do it a different way, but I'm just going to trace over this shell so that we can just get started. And if this is the wrong way that I want it to do it, then forgive me because I think I'm getting two techniques mixed up in my head. But we're gonna roll with this one. But I don't think I'm wrong. So if you can just trace over something, then you're doing good. I just drove from the northwest. I had to get here in the North Carolina. I've got a delivery tomorrow afternoon, and then I'm trying to head home. I've got a doctor's appointment on the 20th, so I'm trying to get home for that. So because I'm coming home so soon, I'm probably not going to be home for Christmas, but I do try to plan to be home for the new year. I miss Thanksgiving too. That's the thing about driving a truck is it's kind of like if your timing's off, then it makes for a hard time to be home with your family. And since I had to be off so much with my dad situation, it is what it is. But We haven't really celebrated Christmas too much in several years anyway, so it's okay. We know we love each other, don't we, brother? And you should probably really tape this down, but I didn't think about it. I'm just in a hurry here. I probably shouldn't rush anything, but that's me. I'm always rushing around. Don't know how to slow down. I think I went a little curvy on that, but that's okay. You're making it your own anyway. At least I do. I like to make it my own. As my friend Shelly Martin says, I Stephanize it. And I guess I do. So, we're just trying to get the image out of the book so that we can maneuver it where we need it to be. I'm not sure, but I think you might be able to take the graphite pencil, and I'm going to try it. I don't know if it'll work, but I think you might be able to take the graphite pencil and rub it on the Yupo paper and leave the rendering that way. I'm just making some little lines here just to give the essence of the shell. And again, if you don't know what Scrimshaw is, I do have a video on it. I think it's probably a 20-30 minute video. Actually, I don't even think it's 30 minutes. And it totally explains what Scrimshaw is and why and where it come from and all that good stuff. So basically, these are my darker lines here. Sorry, I am not reading the chat. I'm just yakking because I'm trying to focus on this so we can get through it. I hope I'm not boring you. This is where we need music. I'm just trying to give the essence of the shell. I hope y'all can see that okay. Well, thank you. Oh, okay, Fairy Tale. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. You have a good night or good morning. Basically, I'm just trying to get the crosshatch, and I'm at the line drawings. We'll go more detail in the regular scrim. I'm just trying to get the essence of what we need to look at here. So I'm just going to do just a few lines just so that we can see what it is, if that makes any sense. Did Kateri fall asleep on me? Shannon, are you still there, honey? I hope you're feeling better. And Angela, how is your mama? All right, that's going to be good enough for now. That's good enough for now. So see, if you can't draw, you can definitely trace. That gets it out of the book. Then we want to take the Yupo paper. And this time, I do believe I will be... let's see. Yes. This is... I'm doing this right. I'm doing what I wanted to do. I thought I was, but I scared myself. I always second guess myself. I hate when that happens. Oh, are you altering a cigar box, Shannon? Oh, I've been wanting to do that forever. Oh, I bet it'll be awesome. Shannon has a channel too, you guys, and she is an awesome artist. I am taking a piece of graphite carbon paper. I had a really hard time getting a hold of this stuff, but you could probably go online and get some. They don't sell them in the stores on the regular anymore. So I'm going to put a piece of graphite right here, top of my Yupo. And since this stuff is a bit pricey, I want to just make sure that I'm not wasting anything. So I'm going to do it in a far corner like so. She had to go? Okay. Yeah, it's not hard. I didn't really find it. It was given to me at one of my shippers. I'm like, is that graphite paper? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I can't find any in the store. She handed me a whole bunch of sheets. So I'm pretty sure you can probably go online and find it, though, because people still use it. But it's just not sold in your local stores, I don't think. So probably if somebody can look it up and find a link, that would be great. So basically, we're just going to trace this again. And I know it's late on a Sunday night. People have been up. It was church day and busy day and family day. And that makes it difficult, I know. But I go on when I can. And my brother and I were talking about going on. And this, unfortunately, is a little more time-consuming, a little less colorful to the eye up front, but fun. And you're seeing this technique. If you can't draw, you can do this. If you don't have faux bone, faux shell, make clay, do anything like that, this will give you the opportunity. And I will be putting this on my Ditty Box. I hope I'm going hard enough to get the essence of this shell through that graphite paper. Yeah, I actually saw someone do this for scrimshanders on YouTube, and I was shocked because not a lot of people do scrimshaw. And I'm only giving the essence of the shell because when I scrimshaw with my needle, I'll go into more great detail. I'm just trying to get the essence so that I can follow the lines in which I'm putting on here. And we'll do shading with stippling as well. And here's the cool thing about this. You can use this in your journals. I know a lot of you make journals. I know a lot of you do things like that, paper art and things like that. So this is a new technique that no one's doing in their journals. So this would give you an opportunity to do just that. And it's different. And if you like different, then scrimshanders unite. So I guess I'm trying to become a scrimshander because I like the technique so much. I love nautical things. And it doesn't have to be nautical. You can do anything. But this is where it derived from. But since I'm doing the whole Ditty Box and the whale's teeth and all that, I wanted to keep it nautical. So anyway, here we go. That's good enough, I think. Yay! Now, there it is. Don't have to worry about being able to draw. You can trace. Hi, Nancy. Steph, you need the light box from Cricut. It's so awesome for tracing, very lightweight too. You know, I had a light box, Kateri. I don't know if it got stolen, but I had a light box. Oh no, Kateri, that's funny. Did I lose everybody? I know that's a boring part of the thing, but I'm glad that y'all are here still. Okay, now here's the cool thing. We get to scrim tonight. We get to scrim. And let me find, because I did not put my needles back. Normally I use a doll needle. Aw, okay, thank y'all. Normally I use a doll needle. And I will show you what that is. This is what they call a doll needle. This is my temporary box. Hey, Angela, you should have sent me a text that Steph was on. I've been letting the video stream while trimming the appliques. I didn't know Steph was on. Aw, I'm sorry. I went live on the fly. My bad. This is a doll needle. Now, I don't do dolls, but, you know, I'm sure you've seen these giant needles in your local sewing department. This one had 3 or 4 needles. I think I've lost one somewhere, but I'm not sure. But they've got different sizes, different thicknesses. This one's the one I initially used on my fish, and it worked out beautifully. And then also, I got these. These are sewing machine needles, and there's different sizes there too. Now, I don't know if I can get this out. Hold on a second. Well, anyways, these are also sewing machine needles, so they're fairly sharp too, but I've been looking for tools that I can scrimshaw with. Hello, my Shelly popped in. Welcome, Shelly. Good to see you, honey. Miss you, love you much. But I was told by Laurel that this new little tool that I was so excited for, it is by the Paper Studio. I thought it would be a great look. It looks like a an X-Acto knife. But Laurel informed me it's actually a fussy cutting tool. So, yeah, yay me. I'm not real happy about that, but I guess it'll be good when I'm fussy cutting. So, basically what we need is something sharp. And so I picked up this Quiller's Awl as well. And I'm just trying out different needles and different things to see if it's going to help me with my scrimshaw. So what you do with scrimshaw, we're on a piece of Yupo paper, Yupo, and we're basically going to scrim right into this. I don't know how deep, or this is kind of flimsy. I don't know how deep this is. I can't tell. It's a little bit flimsy. Okay. Okay, hurry back, Angela. I'm going to assume this is going to work, but I don't really like the way it's... Uh-oh, I lost y'all. Now I got to get my camera flipped back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Okay. So back to scrimming. You basically want to take your needle and trace, once again, we're tracing again, into the Yupo, whatever po paper. And I will explain Yupo paper here in a minute, but I want to get this scrimmed in first. Again, if you can't draw, I just showed you how easy it was to do this. Now, of course, I second-guessed myself and made it harder than it was. But, you know, Yupo. My truck's got me sweating. It's funny because my feet are cold. But I'm trying to stay in frame as well. And we're basically tracing this shell that we've traced now for the 3rd time. This is a great alternative from bone, ivory, clay, right into what you're used to working on paper. Of course, Yupo is not technically a paper. Technically, it's a plastic, and it's a non-porous plastic. And this non-porous plastic will allow you to scrim right in onto your Yupo. And it will hold inks and things like that as well. I do believe you have to dry them. But tonight, I'm going to attempt some oil pastels on this instead of inks. I'm going to, what I'm doing, this is called scrimming. I'm cross-hatching inside of this shell for details. And I'm using my imagination just a little bit because this was just an outline trace. So what you want to do when you're scrimming is think about your shadows and your shading and things like that. I'm probably not really going to too much just because we're live to save time. I'm going to rush through this. Normally, if I were just doing a video or doing my own thing without, you know, you guys being here, I would definitely take more time. But that's just the way that is. And I'm doing some cross-hatching. And cross-hatching is basically taking a line, if you don't know what cross-hatching is. You go up and down, and then you go side to side. Up and down, and side to side. That's cross-hatching. You can also do, like in these darker spots, like if you wanted to imagine that you've got shadows and shading, you might want to do some stippling, like down here. We can just stipple. Stipple is just, I'm trying to go left-handed here so I'll get out of the shadows, is basically just dotting it. So if you want to add shadow, do some dots. It's that simple. Now, normally, like I said, you do it on ivory or bone or something of that nature. But I make faux clay, and I'm making some. I'm also considering, I'm looking up some stuff. I'm doing some research, and I'm going to try to make some faux bone that's not clay. If I do it, I'll share it. If I manage it, I'll share it. If I don't, I won't. Well, I might anyway, but it may be one of those fail videos. But there's really no point if you don't learn anything from it. Well, it might teach somebody not to waste their time. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Janie. Hi. Thank you, ladies. Thank y'all for being here. We're scrimshawing on Yupo paper. Basically, I took a book, and you can go back and watch my craziness in the beginning because I really wasn't sure what I was doing. But if you trace something with tracing paper, an image, this will give you the opportunity to scrimshaw outside of being an artist. Or, if you feel like you can only do stick figures, if you can take a pencil and some tracing paper and an image and trace over it, this is the video for you. Oh, Sandra. Yeah, I've been on for about 45 minutes, I guess. And we're scrimshawing a shell piece for my Ditty Box. And this is a rush job. I will probably make a video in showing more detail, less, rushing around here. But I want to stipple here because I want to have shadows and shading in this area predominantly. So I want to make sure that I stipple on this side. And if my oil pastels do not work out on this, which I think they will, then I will try my India inks. And this is being done for those of you ladies that don't feel like you can draw or feel like that you can, do scrimshaw. This gives you an opportunity, and because it's the Yupo paper, you can put it in your journals. And it's an absolutely cool idea. I saw a video of a lady that was using the Yupo paper in a Scrimshaw Technique, and I thought, well, I wouldn't use that. But then I thought, well, maybe I would actually. So I thought that I would share this because I'm into Scrimshaw right now. And, but I would ask that if you do use this technique to divert people back to some of my videos, that would be greatly appreciated. It's not a brand new concept or idea, but it's an old art that's been lost. And I think it's important to sometimes bring the old stuff back. What is that? Good night. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Susan. Good night, sweetie. Thank you for being here. I just don't feel like I can't. I know I can't. Laugh out loud. Oh, yes, you can. This is easy because you're taking a pencil and you're tracing. All you're doing is tracing over what's already been done. You absolutely can. This is, again, a kind of like watching paint dry. And I don't know how good this is going to be because I'm rushing through this thing so I don't kill the night and bore y'all to death. I know I could do this so much better. I'd probably be doing like curves. real slow. Because in Scrimshaw, you really want to take your time. Let's see. You want to take your time and make each individual mark count. And I'm just going to slow down here a minute. I want to slow down just a minute and just take my time on this one little beam here. One little part of the shell, so that maybe when we color this up, you can see the difference. And if not, well, then go for it. That's right. Oh, thanks, honey. The ladies are welcoming my brother. Thank you for hanging out with me, Jerry. David was tired. He's decided he wasn't going to speak to me during the live. And I know that's upsetting Shelly. Sorry, Shelly. Okay, yes, I know this is kind of a quiet technique, Maddie. I do appreciate you stopping in, though, honey. Very much. I appreciate it. Tell him he is sacked. Uh-oh. David's in trouble. And I don't know if I can zoom in. Oh, yeah. There we go. Let's zoom in a little bit on that. Is that better? Maddie, I really appreciate you being here, honey. And really, when you Scrimshaw, you really should take your time with each line. Because it is a work of art. And you do want to make it count and make it beautiful. This is the first time I'm doing this on Yupo paper. And it's also because it's on a live, I'm kind of rushing through it. So if it doesn't turn out great, that's my disclaimer. I rushed. I am, however, a very impatient crafter. I like to see finished product. Now I'm stippling. I did a little bit of cross hatching there and some stippling. I'm going to stipple around right here. Nikki! Hey, sweetie! Thanks for popping in and joining me. I appreciate y'all coming in, you bunch of night owls. I am not alone in this. I, too, am a night owl. But I guess you knew that. I've got Shelly, who's being a zombire. She's in the UK. And she is like 6 hours ahead of me on Central Time. So, yeah, she's my zombire. Her and Gail. And we had Fairy Tale in, which was from Finland. So she was being a zombire. telling you, y'all some serious crafting peoples. I'm trying to give this shell texture with a little more love than rushing it. I hate rushing my art, but I do have to work in the morning, and I don't know, you know, I don't know what you guys do and what you got to do. But I guess if you didn't want to be here, you wouldn't be here. So I just need to quit worrying about it. So thank you for being here. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to shut up. It's just gone on 5 a.m. Ooh. Yes, you do. You do need to get your boxes done, Shelly. Them childrens are waiting on it. I don't remember if I went over all these lines or not. So I figured I better. And really, when you do this or when you try this, take your time. Don't rush like I'm doing. Make it fun. Relaxing. Put some music on that you love to listen to. And just scrim. You can take a picture of your loved one and do this with it. Think about that. You could do a little portrait of someone that you love, because that's what the whalers did. They would take a picture. If they couldn't draw, they would take a picture of their loved one, and they would actually put the picture over their whale tooth, marine mammal, whatever bone they used, and they would stipple it around, and then they would do like a dot to dot. I did a video on that, so check that out if you haven't already. It is very fun and very cool. I'm still rushing here, you guys. Or as David would say, honey, you're not Russian, you're Mexican. You're not Russian. I said, well, I'm only half Mexican. I mean, I got a grandmother that I never knew, but her name was Flossie. You don't get any more American than Flossie. I'm just saying. That was my dad's mom's name, was Flossie. If you put it in the light, you can kind of see where your scrim marks are. I don't know if you can see it, but probably not. Well, you might be able to see that. Can you see some of them scrim marks? Oh, you going to sleep? Who's going to sleep? Oh, Shannon, okay. Well, I love you too, and I'm so glad that you stopped in, sister. I really am. I'm glad all y'all are here. I know it's late. I said I wasn't going to say that anymore. I just appreciate you being here. I don't really get to chat when I'm doing things like this. It kind of takes my focus. Let's see here. Alright, hang on one second. I'm going to dig out. I think I'm going to leave that scrim where it is right there for now. Hold on one second. I'm trying to find Okay. Now, I have never used these. Let me back out. What sounds like David? These are the oil pastels I'm going to be using tonight. They're called Master's Touch, and they're by Fine Art Studio. I got them at Michael's the other day. They were, was it Hobby Lobby? Hobby Lobby for 50% off. And I don't, it shows in $7.99. I'm not sure if that's what I paid for them. But I try not to spend too much money there. Oh, she is. Hi, Mama. My Mama B, as Shelly calls her, Mama B is watching from home, but she doesn't know how to get on the live chat. So I told her next time I'm home, I would definitely set it up for her. So next time I go live, she can come join us on chat. Bless her heart. Mama, I miss you. I love you. Aww. Everybody's saying hi to you, Mom. I don't know if you can read the chat at all. But Mom, maybe, okay? All you have to do is hit this live chat box. Oh, but you know what? You've got to set it up, and that's what I've got to show you. I forgot. We talked about this. Never mind. I'll fix it when I get home. I'll show you. But we're going to use some oil pastels on this. And let's see where this takes us. And since we're doing this in some bright blues and colorful stuff on the... Hello? Let's see. Let's see here. Okay. I was trying to catch up a little bit with chat there. I'm going to attempt, I don't know if these oil pastels are going to work. I've never used them, but you know what? Maybe I should try to erase some of this pencil first. I think that's what I'll do. I have an artist eraser. I don't remember the technical name, but it's like you knead it. It's like it's flexible and you can break it apart. And I think it's called a kneading eraser. So this ought to take care of our pencil marks and get the pencil, for the most part, out of here, or lighten them up even. And that will leave room for our Scrimshaw oil pastels to come through. Shelly says she's used the chalks before, but never the pastels. Well, I've not used these. I had, before they stole them, I had some, the Faber-Castell gelatos that I think might have worked on here. That probably would have worked great. I didn't really scrim this over here. Oops. Well, I knew I was rushing it a bit, but that's okay. I don't even know what I did with my needle. Well, I hope I don't sit on it later or step on it. What did I do with my... Did y'all see where my needle went? I did not see what I did with that. That's not going to be fun. Yeah, I definitely like my dull needle. But let's just look at this. Let's just take a look. Oh, here goes nothing. I'm kind of embedding it in there because this is the way you would do scrimshaw. is with your inks, you would overlay thickly into that, your etching. And let's just test this out for a second. I'm going to take I don't know if I should use a baby wipe or a paper towel. Let me start with a paper towel. Let me start with a paper towel. Okay. Now when we wipe this, oh yeah, look at that. When we wipe this away, oh my goodness. Oh, let me, oh, I love that. Look at that. Can y'all see that? That is so freaking awesome. Uh-oh. What happened? Hold on a second. Oop, technical difficulties. My camera system messed up. Oh. Well, we'll just stick that back in there and tighten the vise. Hang on one second. I didn't have it tight enough, I guess. Now I gotta rotate the device, really? Oh no. Am I really going through this right now? I am. It's sliding. My little rubber part came off. Where did it go? Oh no. Let's see. Is that gonna stay? Alright, hang on one second. I'm having technical difficulties. Do 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 do. Okay, hang on one second. Let me put I lost a little piece of my rubber gripping on that vise that I have it on. You know what? Let's just do this. And let's see if that works. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Are we back? We're back. Okay. Sorry about that. And now y'all are way up here. Look at that, though. This is Scrimshaw, y'all. And I'm going to take a baby wipe. Missing a needle and a rubber thingy. A thingamajig. I did. I dropped y'all, didn't I? Such a bad host. I want to get rid of some of this around the shell. I don't know. It's kind of cool, though. It kind of gives it a little light essence, doesn't it? Well, that's not too bad. But I prefer to have a clean scrimshaw. It's still pretty cool. But there it is, you guys. Scrimshaw on Yupo paper. You can do this yourselves. And get it embedded into those holes. Into those stippling holes. I like that. But you know what? I want to get rid of some of that blue right here. Because I want to see if these pastels are going to allow me to layer. Am I out of frame? I'm out of frame. There we go. How about that? Let me get a different color. Let's use some, what is this color? It doesn't tell me the colors, y'all, but this is like a yellow orange or a darker yellow. I haven't scrimmed over here really, so I'm going to leave that alone. And I know I haven't kept up with chat, so if I've missed people saying goodnight, I apologize. Look at that. That is super cool. So you can layer the colors. Okay, I don't know what I'm missing, but I am silly, I know, right? Yes! Okay, now I get it. Sandra, see, I'm slow. I'm missing a rubber thingy and a needle. A thingamajig and a... Yes. So I'm going to have to watch out where I step or where I sit, because I don't know what I do with my doll needle. I don't know where it went. But are y'all liking this? I mean, is that not cool? I want to put some pink in there. I definitely need more stippling and more cross-hatching in this piece, but I guess the point of it was just to see if it would work, and I have not tried this I had planned to try this for myself before I shared it, but, you know, sharing it live for the first time with me, you guys, so there you go. You can make your own scrimshaw on Yupo paper. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish this little part of stippling. Do y'all mind? I don't even know where my big needle is, but we still have... Oh, I put my big needle in my box. My needle was in the box. I'm going to go ahead and finish at least cross-hatching this one, because I actually want to cut it out. And I'd like to go ahead, even though it was a quick on the live on the fly and rushed more than I normally would do, I'm thinking that I would like to go ahead and put it on the Ditty Box tonight. What do y'all think? Thanks, brother. Mama, I love you. If you're still here and listening. Okay, Kateri. I know I lost y'all for a second, but I appreciate you coming in. I know you're tired. And Kateri, prayers to your mom. I hope she's feeling better. And you can hit me up, and we'll talk about it. And I want to catch up with you anyway. So you have yourself a wonderful night. And if I don't talk to you before then, Merry Christmas. And did Angela leave? Is Angela gone? I know she said she'd be right back. Her daughters came home. I didn't know if she'd come back or not. So I want to at least stipple some of this up. I keep saying stipple, but scrimshaw some of this up. Let me say that properly. I want to throw some greens in it too. Although that does look kind of green from the blue. Wait, what? You're going to bed? I guess you got to work tomorrow, baby? Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I missed more than half of this chat, and I apologize. It's just kind of hard to keep up. Thank you for being here. And I guess nobody acted up, so you didn't get to bump anybody out like you wanted to. I'm just kidding. I know you didn't want to. No, we got a lot of beautiful ladies in here tonight. And they're very supportive and loving, and they have been very well in my heart for all of their prayers and support. So you get you some rest. And if you're talking to Mom, tell her I love her too, and thank her for popping in too. But I think this is a fun technique. I'm out of frame again, as I was all close. I think this is a fun technique that you'll enjoy doing with your journals or book covers or whatever. I don't know what's going on. I keep losing my camera. Anyways, I was saying I do plan to do a journal eventually, and I keep finding more and more things to do, and my mind gets so built up that I can't think of one thing. But I think that I will be doing a journal, and I do believe the cover of it will be in Scrimshaw. Welcome back, Angela. Welcome back, sister. Glad y'all are here. Let's see. Let's go with some, like a lighter aqua blue on this side. Ooh, like a teal. Look at that teal. Look at that tealness, beautimous stuff. Oh, that's gorgeous. Loving it. I want some of this darker stuff over here too. I'm loving this, y'all. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate it. I mean, seriously, I mean, this is such a different technique and such a an uncommon one. And the fact that you can use it the way I've shown you on a faux whale's tooth, or now you know you can do it on the Yuppo. It is, isn't it, sis? Did Janie go to bed too? I guess I've missed people. I feel so bad. If I've missed you, I apologize to you. But when you're doing something like this and you're trying to explain it and show it, it's kind of hard to focus and read at the same time. So I appreciate that, you guys. Let's see. I want some white, just because I want to highlight some of those fronts. If I can pull it out of here. So all these cheap, and I don't know if they're cheap, like in a bad way, but they're inexpensive, and you can get these at Michael's. I got them for Michael's, Hobby Lobby. I got them when they were 50% off. So you can use them for highlighting areas. I bet you the gelatos that I once had would do good on this. I don't know. It kind of has that same essence. I lost some of my yellow. I want to do some other yellow here. I need to do some more scrimming in here. There's not enough scrimming going on down there. Hold on a second. You're familiar with this on... Hold on a second. What did I miss? Okay. Sandra says she's familiar with the Scrimshaw coffee mugs that Jailbirds have made, but now I know the name. Yep. You index what they call it. Yeah, it's Scrimshaw. Nikki says she's been trying to outbrush... Oh, brush lettering. Girl, I've been trying to do some... Uh-oh. What is this doing? Hold on a second. My phone is just acting cray-cray. I've been trying to do some brush lettering in the behind the scenes too, Nikki. I've actually started doing that myself. And how's it coming along for you? I haven't really had time to dedicate to it, but it is fun. Definitely takes time. And time I don't have much of, and I hate that. I'm going to rub some of those colors into that Scrimshaw there. I think that's just cool. Yes, Angela, I found this paper at Hobby Lobby, and it was on sale for $11.99, and I went for it. It was normally $20.75, but it was on sale for $11.99. This one was 10 sheets, so yeah, you know I'm going to be careful with it myself. This Yupo paper. Ah! Uh-oh, boy, David pounded in on that. I don't know if my Shelly heard that. Of course, when it comes to money, David's going to speak. I don't know how that's coming out to y'all, but it is so super cool. And it does give, you know, when you're doing the pastels, I don't know how it would do on India ink, but you know what? And I thought about that penny. I really did, because I brought some. I brought some photo paper just because if I couldn't find Scrimshaw or the Yupo paper, I was going to try the photo paper. So I will do a test on this photo paper to see if it works. I mean, I guess I could make a few scratches if y'all want me to see if it works. Do y'all want to see if photo paper works? Lee, hi, sweetie. Oh, my gosh, it's been so long. And I did get your text. I just haven't had a chance to respond. Yes, try it. Okay, I'll try it. I'm just going to do just some cross-hatching. How about that? We'll just try some cross-hatching on photo paper. Lee, we're scrimshawing. I don't know if you know what scrimshawing is. What is that? Okay, scrimshawing is a technique that whalers used to do. They would go out on the sea for 4 to 5 months. They'd be missing their families, and so they would take photos with them and stuff like that. And what they would do is in their spare time, when they were bored, they would carve pictures of things that they saw, or picture their women on whale's teeth, and or marine bone or something like that. And they would take their sail needle, which in this case I'm using a doll needle. They would take their sail needles and they would scrim. They would basically carve into the bone. And since, of course, whaling is illegal these days, and you can't really get a hold of ivory, at least not to my knowledge. I don't know. You probably can, but, you know, anyway, animal bone, marine bone, it was used to be done with marine bone. And basically, you did an etching or a drawing. Well, tonight, I've had people tell me they couldn't draw. So tonight I showed a technique where if you can't draw, you can certainly trace. And so we traced out a picture and put it on graphite, carbon copy paper, and we put it on Yupo, and then we did cross-hatching, and it's called scrimshawing. And you basically etch by hand your picture, and then you put colors to it. Now, with this, you generally, they did it with like coal or soot or India inks. That's what I used here, was India inks on my faux whale's tooth. I used paper clay and polymer clay to make this whale's tooth. And then people were saying that they couldn't draw, that they would never do that. So I said, you know what? You can do anything with some Yupo paper and some oil pastels. I've just showed them that they can do this same technique, and they can do this in their journals. So, you know, there's no limit. There's no limit. And so Penny had brought up the point that you could use photo paper, and I just happened to bring some because I didn't know if I would find the Yupo paper, which I ended up finding. So I did bring some photo paper from the house, and I wanted to try it. And so right now we're doing a little scrimming, just random scrimming, to see if it's going to work on photo paper. So I said I would test it. That way, if people can't get a hold of the Yupo paper, that they could try it with the photo paper. So we're going to do that now. I don't see this going too well, but we'll see. Ish. Okay, it doesn't really wipe off the photo paper, you guys. Let me try a baby wipe. I'm right here. I don't think photo paper is going to work for this. Okay, Lee. Yes, I did. And I understood. And I was really okay with that. I've just been driving today. And my brother wanted to come on live with me. So I did not get a chance to text you back. But yes, we can do a do-over. No problem, sweetheart. And no problem. I totally understand. And I figured... I figured something happened, so it was all good here, Lee. Yeah, photo paper's not working, you guys. That is not going to work. Okay, well, we can try. You want to try the India inks?